Have you ever looked up at the moon and wondered what it would be like to stand on its surface? 55 years ago, three intrepid explorers did more than just wonder. They dared to tread where no human had ever set foot before. This was the Apollo 11 mission, an audacious attempt that would forever change the way we perceive our place in the universe. The purpose of this mission was not just to land a man on the moon, but to bring him back safely. It was a testament to human ingenuity, a demonstration of what we can achieve when we dare to dream big and push the boundaries of what is possible. The crew of this historic mission consisted of three extraordinary individuals: Neil Armstrong, a seasoned test pilot and the mission commander, who would become the first human to set foot on the moon; Buzz Aldrin, the lunar module pilot, who would join Armstrong in the lunar exploration; and Michael Collins, the command module pilot, who would orbit the moon alone while his colleagues made history on the lunar surface. The lunar module, aptly named Eagle, was the vehicle that would carry Armstrong and Aldrin from their orbiting command module to the moon's surface. The Eagle was a marvel of engineering, a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It weighed a staggering 15,265 pounds. A hulking beast designed to withstand the harsh conditions of space and the unknown terrain of the moon. Such a mission was not without its risks. The crew knew that they were venturing into the unknown, that they were pushing the boundaries of human exploration. But they also knew that they were carrying the hopes and dreams of millions of people back home. They were not just astronauts, they were pioneers, trailblazers, heroes. The stage was set. The crew was ready. The world watched with bated breath as history was about to be made. On July 16, 1969, the mighty Saturn V rocket roared into life, carrying Apollo 11 towards the moon. The dawn of this day marked the beginning of a journey that would forever change the course of human history. The crew, consisting of astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, prepared for an expedition like no other, their hearts brimming with courage and ambition. The lunar module, affectionately named Eagle, served as their vessel. A marvel of engineering, it weighed a substantial 33,000 pounds. As the Saturn V rocket propelled them into the vast expanse of space, the crew left behind the familiarity of Earth, venturing into the unknown. The great expanse of the cosmos awaited them, a frontier only a handful of humans had dared to explore. The journey was not just a physical one, but a symbolic leap forward for mankind. As the Earth grew smaller behind them, the moon came into focus. The voyage that had begun on Earth was now to continue on the moon. July 20th, 1969, a date etched in history as the day man first set foot on the moon. In the vastness of space, the lunar module, aptly named Eagle, detached from the command module, carrying the courageous astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin towards the lunar surface. Their descent was not without peril, however. With less than 30 seconds of fuel remaining, the Eagle's computer system was overloaded with data, causing alarms to sound and hearts to pound back at mission control. But Armstrong's steady hand and cool demeanor prevailed. With a calm that belied the enormity of the situation, he manually guided the Eagle to a safe landing, uttering the immortal words, "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." As they touched down, the weight of the lunar module was a mere 1/6 of its Earth weight, a testament to the moon's lesser gravity. But the weight of the moment was immeasurable, as millions around the globe held their breath, awaiting the next historic step. And then, as Armstrong descended the Eagle's ladder and set foot on the moon's dusty surface, he delivered a phrase that would resonate through time: "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." The first human steps on another celestial body, a feat of human achievement and testament to our unyielding spirit of exploration. In the midst of this monumental event, a call from the Oval Office added to the grandeur. President Nixon, speaking to Armstrong and Aldrin from the White House, described the moon landing as the most historic phone call ever made from the White House. But the astronauts were not just explorers, they were ambassadors. They left behind a plaque on the lunar module that captured the essence of their mission. It read, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, we came in peace for all mankind." A humble sentiment for such a giant leap. And so, as we look back at this momentous occasion, we are reminded of our capacity for greatness. For on that historic day, under a black sky and upon a distant moon, humanity touched the stars. A plaque left on the lunar module read, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon. We came in peace for all mankind." Armstrong and Aldrin explored the moon's surface, collecting samples and conducting experiments. In the Sea of Tranquility, a vast lunar mare, the two astronauts embarked on what would become one of mankind's greatest adventures. Encased in their spacesuits, they bounced around in the moon's low gravity, an experience that must have been as surreal as you can imagine. The first task at hand was to collect the moon rocks. These weren't just regular rocks. They were pieces of a world untouched by human hands, a world that had remained a mystery for centuries. Armstrong and Aldrin used specially designed tools to pick up and secure these lunar souvenirs. Each rock was a treasure trove of potential knowledge, waiting to reveal the moon's secrets to the scientists back home. The collected moon rocks were of various sizes and types, ranging from tiny dust particles to larger basalt rocks. In total, they collected about 47 pounds of lunar material. Imagine carrying around a medium-sized dog but in rocks from the moon. They didn't just collect samples though, they also conducted experiments like the famous flag planting. But did you know they also installed a seismometer to measure moonquakes and a retroreflector to measure the distance between Earth and the moon? They even left behind a plaque that read, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, July 1969, AD. We came in peace for all mankind." The astronauts spent about 2.5 hours outside the lunar module, exploring, collecting, and experimenting. But their time on the moon was limited. They had a mission to complete and a world waiting for their return. Their final task before climbing back into the lunar module was to set up the American flag. It was a symbol of achievement, not just for the United States, but for all of humanity. Their mission on the moon complete, it was time to return home. A journey that had taken them over 200,000 miles was about to take them back, carrying with them the hopes and dreams of mankind and a whole lot of moon rocks. Leaving the moon behind, Apollo 11 embarked on the journey back to Earth. The lunar module, fondly known as Eagle, had served its purpose. Now it was time for the command module Columbia, housing our intrepid astronauts, to take center stage. As they hurtled through the vast emptiness of space, a call came through, a voice echoing from thousands of miles away, but one that filled the spacecraft with warmth and familiarity. It was the President of the United States, congratulating them on their historic achievement. A conversation that transcended the barriers of space and time, uniting a nation in awe and wonder. The journey back was not without its share of anticipation. The astronauts had to perform a critical maneuver, a trans-Earth injection, to set their course back home. It was a tense moment, but like everything else on this mission, it was executed flawlessly. As Earth grew larger in their viewports, another challenge awaited them. Re-entry into Earth's atmosphere was a fiery ordeal. The spacecraft had to hit the atmosphere at just the right angle. Too steep, and they would burn up. Too shallow, and they would skip off into space. But again, Apollo 11 proved triumphant, splashing down in the Pacific Ocean, right on target. The astronauts were home, but their journey was far from over. There was a fear, however remote, that they might have brought back unknown lunar germs. So, for the next 3 weeks, they were quarantined in a specially designed Airstream trailer. They were observed, tested, and probed. The moon rocks they had brought back were also scrutinized. But in the end, all fears were put to rest. The astronauts were healthy, and the moon, it turned out, was sterile. Their mission accomplished, the crew of Apollo 11 had forever changed the course of human history. The Apollo 11 mission was more than just a technological triumph. It was a testament to human ingenuity and the indomitable spirit of exploration. This audacious endeavor symbolized a giant leap for mankind, taking us where no one had ventured before, the moon. The crew, Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins, etched their names in history, voyaging aboard the lunar module named Eagle. The momentous first steps, the iconic presidential call, the collection of moon rocks, and even the tension of low fuel. Each detail forms a riveting chapter in this epic tale of lunar exploration. The mission's legacy extends beyond the moon rocks and the plaque left behind. It ushered in a new era of space exploration, inspiring generations to dream bigger, strive harder, and reach further. As we gaze upon the moon today, we are reminded of that historic voyage, and the brave astronauts who turned a dream of moon exploration into reality.